basically, how we got together was kind of a very funny story in itself. John and I had been like on tour at various places crossing the Atlantic and stuff, in Europe mostly, and so we ran into each other in Bandouche in Paris, trying to pick up the same models. And so it was kind of like, hey, what are you doing, man? What are you doing? I'm showing my album, doing my solo thing kind of thing. We said, yeah, we should get together one day, you know what I mean? And so I said, yes, see you in LA. So it actually happened. We went back to LA, we ran into each other, and we got together, got Tony Thompson, and we got Crown What's Happening.
Say you walked on the water, say you parted the sea. Your existence you make out is a mystery. Raining down from heaven, raining soul of it all. In the end comes the judgment day, and I hear the door. Help me find my way home. Sing for Jesus. Help me find my way home. Sing for Jesus.
Well, we're no longer with Interscope. We signed to Interscope back in 1992.
Right.
And yeah, it was actually like the, not the brightest, but the largest new artist deal that they ever made. And it was like $1 million and change. But then after everything started to change, we were making the record, the grunge thing started to come in, and we were feeling a vibe from Interscope that they wanted us to change our musical style a little bit, maybe try to add things, which made us believe that they wouldn't support what we were doing 100%. So in the end, we made a deal with them to get the record back. We held on to it, trying to see if things would change and if the climate would change a bit. And it did, and we decided that a good record should hold up and people would, dig it if they liked the songs, and they'd buy it if they dug it. And we just released it anyways in Europe first.
Help me find my way home. Sing for Jesus. Help me find my way home. Sing for Jesus. Save me from all of life's miseries. Someone help me out. I got your please.
What is our relationship with Paul, Stanley, and Jansen?
Well, it's friends, really. I mean,
Yeah.
Paul and I have been friends for 10, 11 years. Before we even got into doing anything musically, we were just friends, just going out and just having a good time. And I got involved in writing songs for Kiss, etc., and stuff like that. And that's it. So that's how he found out. I told him about the project, what we were doing, played him a couple of tunes. He wanted to get involved, so that's how he got involved with me. And it's a similar situation with Micki.
I had been on tour in the Midwest when I had a three-piece band there, actually, opening up shows for Kiss, REO Speedwagon, Ted Nugent, and I met Gene there, and in the 70s, 76, and he said, I'm gonna see you around, and I said, cool, I hope so, and we've been friends ever since. And so when John and I got together, they both wanted to hear it, kind of a thing, and they said, yeah, it sounds really cool, if there's anything we could ever do to get involved, we're in. That's basically what happened.
She's the one, sounds upon the wind, take it in her heart, to a place of sin, to you to live. To hell, to hell.
We feel that we're still getting support, and we feel that we're really just a rock band. I think a lot of people try to label us as an AOR band or that kind of band, but it's just rock and roll. We write songs that we feel. Some are softer, some are harder, but it's not like we formulated, this is the kind of music we're going to do. into things just that other people like to label it. But we just feel we're just playing rock and roll, you know. And
Well, I mean, when
we don't have a choice.
When we were with Interscope and the things started to go down, they kind of hinted around, well, maybe if we kind of went in the way of what was happening, it could work for you guys. But John and I are kind of like purists when it comes to rock and roll. We grew up with Zeppelin and Sabbath and all the heavy stuff, and that's what we really dig. Rock and roll. I mean, that's the only word I can really describe music that we like to play. Not AOR, not, you know what I mean. It's just rock and roll for us.
Come back, baby, please come back. Love like ours is so hard to find, baby. Now our hearts are now bound together, locked till the end of time. I love you never mind. I ain't gonna fall down. Falling from the sky, wash all the tears away. Fall down. Follow me, yeah, yeah. Wash all the tears away. Oh, yeah. Follow me. Rain is gonna come down. Falling from the sky. Wash all the tears away. Oh, yeah. Follow me now.
It's hard for us to find a bass player that fit into what we were doing. I'll tell you the truth.
A black bass
When we auditioned, great bass players, some of the best in the world, but none of them could really felt that groove. Michael was the first one that could actually lay back and just actually comfortably feel rock and roll. For us, it's been natural because that's what we play. So I never get that urge to be fusioning and funking.
I mean, we really, as far as some of the interviews that we've been doing, I could probably say maybe 2 interviews have come across that link to Fishbone or Living Color vibe, and it's like they don't think we're the same thing, but they say, do people associate you, lump you guys all together? And then as soon as they hear the record, they understand, they get it.
Show me the way to give you loving. 'Cause I got so much I can't keep inside me, baby. I spent so much time searching someone who makes me feel like you do. You found peace through all of my weaknesses. Now you wanna break me down for the baby. And I won't be the laugh of the town while you're struggling throwing that sweet stuff around. I spent all my lifetime dreaming how a girl should really be. Spread your wings, baby, bring me to you. Take my heart and set me free. I'm away while I love God's baby. I want you now, won't you stand by me? I'm away through the tears and the years, no, baby.
You know, it's really sad that Tony couldn't be a part of what's going on right now because he's very upset that he's not. When we left LA, he was like, I've only got one more track, you guys, come on, just wait for me. And he always says that.
He always said, but we can't cancel half the tour for one more track.
Because you're still recording with Niall and those guys, or Bernard. And
like,
you know, I think in the Thorns, me and Beauvoir probably, as long as they're Crown of Thorns, will be the nucleus of the band because that's just the way it is. We feel it, we believe in it. Some people may come and go, but we hope we can find the guys that are going to stay, you know. That's the ultimate plan.
I can see to get better, but I don't think they're quite good enough, no. Count your blessings, honey, 'cause I'm feeling cheated. I know it's been hard, but not that rough. I spent all my lifetime dreaming